you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo. And I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Well, you see, he has to say congratulations on your new podcast. Now blast, blast, blast. But I guess blast kind of rhymes with ass, right? But he's got to have that. Congratulations on your new podcast. When I can't whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. It makes
That's all
sense.
they could come up with?
No, like it makes sense. It just makes sense,
Kirk,
Carmen.
you gotta leave it alone at this point. We gotta get a new song. I love Angelo Moore version of our podcast intro. It's amazing. I love it. I'll never forget it. It's something we'll always keep in the vault.
Right.
But it's time to upgrade, baby.
Upgrade. Nah, I don't think anything we get will be an upgrade. But
Yeah,
different.
but something fresh,
It'll
something
be different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. New doesn't mean better. Welcome to another episode of Sweet Gravy. Carmen, thank you for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Don't say that.
Huh?
Thank you for being here?
Yeah, thank you
Where
for
the fuck
being
else
here.
I'm gonna be?
No, this is my new thing. Thank you for being here.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
for
how we
guests.
started. At the end of the thing, you gotta go, oh, we're on the blah 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 blah. You know?
Boy.
And then I start off a little bit of the Angelo Moore, and then thank you for being Carmen. Thank you for being here.
See, I like the Carmen. How you doing? How's it going?
See, I don't. You like to go. What's
So
going
what-
on?
Yeah, so what's going on?
But that is empty because you're not actually really asking me what's going on. You're just trying to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I want you to give me the info
Yeah,
so I
give me
can
the
move on
info.
to the next thing.
But
That's
we got a list of things that we already want to talk about.
Okay, so we need to start off this show first. The first thing we need to get out the way is you want to talk about this Nick Cage,
Oh,
Prisoners
Nicolas Cage.
of the Ghostland.
Ghostland. Nick Cage, he has been on a roll lately.
Oh, you
And-
think so?
Yeah.
I don't watch anything from
So-
him, so I don't know.
Nicolas Cage, he has been on this little not so much Prisoners of the Ghostland, but his movies have been liked by the critics lately. But he's stuck in that stigma of Nicolas Cage doing bad movies, right?
Of course.
That he can't really get. He's kind of
Weatherman?
stuck. Weatherman is a great movie. That's before he was doing the bad movies, Carmen.
That was the start, Kirk.
Yeah,
It's not a bad movie. It's not that it's a bad movie, but viewers want to be enticed. They want to be drawn in. They want to follow with you. And like when you have all those dull, dry moments, and they might have meaning
That's
to
the
them.
beauty of the movie.
Yeah, but
it's
most- but
life. It's a slice
Kirk,
of
everything
life,
is
Carmen.
moving so quickly right now that you have to
Well,
adapt.
I'll tell you, the guy that directed that movie, Gore Verbinski, I believe his name is, he also directed The Ring. He also directed the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, having said that, by the time he went on to do The Weatherman, he probably wanted to make a slow little family drama, little light family dramedy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wanted to make, and it
he
looks
got
beautiful.
Kirk, he got a dead face too.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he has that. What they say? Who did they say? They say Hannibal Buress do it well. T-Pain was like, I've seen better. Oh no, who was it? It was Gary Owen. He's like, I've seen better. They were talking about Hannibal Buress' deadpan face. I feel like Nicolas Cage has a deadpan face when it comes to a lot of emotions.
Well, the thing is, he is known for going crazy, right? Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be like yelling and be like, ah, you know. There's a famous YouTube video, Nicolas Cage losing his shit, and it's just like all his freakouts. Mm-hmm. And it's just a combination of all
A compilation of them.
of all of his freakouts at that point in time, and it was made like 11 years ago.
Right. He's so much calmer now in movies. So
Well, not in this Prisoners of the Ghostland.
I
In
just
fact-
feel like his face is calm, even when he's getting upset. His face still look like chill.
Yeah. Well, he's got some pretty exciting moments. One of them was I read an article. It said a scene so crazy with Nicolas Cage in it that his manager wanted them to take it out of the film. And what it is I'll say it because they say it in the article too. He's supposed to save this girl. It's like a Mad Max type thing. He's got to drive out to this like the Ghostland, they call it, and he's got to capture this girl that's of this, they call him the governor. So I was watching the movie, right? And it's this guy. He's in like this Asian town, and these people were like, "Governor," they're clapping. They're like, "Governor," and I was wearing my headphones, and you heard that. All you did was see these people walking, and you were like, "What is he watching? Why is he watching crazy stuff?"
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's funny that you mentioned the sound in the movie. You were able to hear it,
Right?
Because the speaker that we have,
Well, yeah.
I can hear it.
Uh-huh.
Like on the right side, left side, like the noise is so defined that it scares me sometimes.
Right.
Like it'll be literally, the movie will be starting and it'll be like sand on the beach, and you can hear the sand like shh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what is that? Like
Yeah.
I freak out a little bit. It's just too fancy.
Too fancy for you. Yeah. But I was wearing the headphones, you could hear it through. But Nicolas Cage, he goes out to go get this girl, and he's wearing, because he's a criminal, he's wearing this suit that has like bombs on it. And if he like feels like he's gonna hurt the daughter, it'll like blow off his arm or something. If he feels like he wants to do something else to the daughter, it's got bombs on each of his testicles.
What is it about?
I just told you, he's got to go to this town and rescue this girl.
But he can't do anything to her?
Well, he's supposed to save her. If he wants to do anything violent towards her.
Why would they need to stop him from that if he's going there to save her?
Because if he does something bad to her, he's not saving her.
Is he a machine or a robot?
No, he's a person.
Boy, this too much. You gotta watch this from the beginning. This can't be explained. I'm like, what?
Anyway,
why would
the
you
manager
wanna hurt the
wanted,
girl?
huh?
Why do you want to hurt her?
He doesn't, but he's, in case he did. It's a redundant. It says in case he did, that's his motivation to not.
Okay.
It's strange. I don't think it's that complicated.
I don't think it's complicated, but it don't make sense.
Anyway, the manager man, he wanted them to take out the scene where he loses a testicle. Now, they're talking about it, right?
Whose testicle?
Nicolas Cage's testicle.
Why? He was gonna rape on a girl?
He was thinking about it.
Oh my God.
But,
okay.
But not really.
He doesn't seem like he's saving her.
Right.
At
But
this
he is.
He seemed like he's a rapist. And
Right.
they're trying to keep him in control.
Well, that's why he's got to wear the suit.
Okay.
So, anyway, the thing is, this article is made. It's made to promote the movie. Did the man really want the scene out of the movie, or did he say he wanted the scene out of the movie so they could make this article about what happens in the movie? So that way you feel more entitled. There's content that you can read about the movie, and then when you see the movie on, you say, "Oh, that's the movie where Nicolas Cage loses his testicle." You know, like where does it separate?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. And then right now, like, I feel like I haven't been reading any of the reviews lately on the new movies that come out, but I've been hearing stuff from different podcasts and stuff I listen to. And you talk about Nicolas Cage in movies, and I'm biased towards that because I told you that from the beginning about Nicolas Cage. But just transitioning over to movies in general, they said what is it? The Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
They said that one was like #1 for a while.
Yeah.
And made so much money. That movie made
It made more
millions
than
and
Black
millions
Widow,
and
I
millions.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the first day,
What about it?
people went to see it.
Yeah, I went to go see it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Is that the one you fell asleep?
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I fell asleep. It was definitely, if you don't want to fall asleep watching Shang-Chi, it's definitely a phones up. Nah, it was kind of, when you talk about the Marvel movies, the problem with what's going on with the Marvel stuff is they have so much that they're putting out, and the shows that they've done have been decent. They've been like really good, like just like short, like 6-episode seasons, like a little tiny like mini series of these characters from the movies, you know, and they're kind of highlighted, and it's really cool, like the stuff they're doing.
Something
so then,
drove this project because every fandom, but that's not just fandom. That ain't just fans. That's other people too. Like everybody gravitated towards this movie.
well, I don't know. It could be a lot of people said that it was getting like Black Panther vibes because, you know, it's got a minority as the star, you know, and a lot of people came out for Black Panther too. So
Yeah,
don't know.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know that part of the franchise, so I can't really speak on it.
Right.
It looked cool though from the trailer that I watched.
alright.
It looked really cool. I don't know how it is when you sit in a theater and them movies be like 3 hours long. I don't got the attention span to sit for 3 hours and watch a movie. I need to go smoke a cigarette.
I wanted to start watching the Harry Potter series because I never finished it.
You want to watch it tonight?
Well, last time I wanted to watch it, you saw that it was 2.5 hours, and you said, I can't do that."
Damn. I just said, "Do you want to watch it?" And I'm like, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. I can't do that. But a couple episodes of the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yeah,
You're all there.
because it
Because you don't have to
changes.
focus on it.
Right. And
You know?
it constantly changes. It's like, okay, you waiting on a winner, and then after that, 45 minutes later, it's off, and then it restarts again. So it's kind of like refreshing in
Right.
your mind. Versus Harry Potter is the entire movie is dark,
Right.
sleepy time. It's dark, and then it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Some of the best movies ever made, I think.
You think so?
I think Harry Potter was one of the best franchise movies ever made, and then TV shows, I'm gonna give it to Sons of Anarchy.
Nah.
Well, I mean, I like Smallville before that, but Sons of Anarchy took it. Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't get into the
I know.
Sons. I watched until Henry Rollins showed up.
Yeah, you're not a good fan.
Yeah,
I'm a super fan.
and that's just because at the time, that's all. When they went to Ireland, that's when I gave up on.
Yeah,
the
it got
Sons of
slow.
Anarchy.
The
I was
Ireland
like-
season got slow, but I was so locked in at that point that I had to like. And then I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it right after. I watched it when it was like ending.
Yeah.
So I started from the beginning when the hype was still going on, but it wasn't
Yeah.
the beginning.
I feel like I was, a 22-year-old person, and I was like, why do I want to watch this like supposedly tough biker man go save his baby? Like, come on, he's going to Ireland.
Oh my
to save
God,
his
you're so
baby?
tough.
Yeah, like, oh, you gonna go save your baby? Like, because
Sure.
yeah, you don't understand like being a parent and
But
what
if you
that
had
is.
if you
But
had a thing,
I didn't
whether it was
have
a child
that
or not,
I didn't have that though.
you wouldn't
so
go. You wouldn't go
don't
save your dog from Ireland.
you don't have the empathy for it.
What if it was a dog?
From
Somebody
Ireland?
kidnapped your dog and took it to Ireland. They're holding it for ransom. It's a dog that you love, that you've been with
I don't
for
know.
years. Would you go and get that dog back?
I don't know. I don't know if a dog's worth the trip to Ireland. Just be like, man, that man in Ireland, he got my
Yeah,
dog.
but you love this dog. It's your child. It's your baby.
I miss that dog. Too bad it's in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I think most people would probably, like, oh, it's too much work. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Then you got to bring it back from Ireland. What do you got to do? How do you need I bet you need special permits or something to get a dog back from Ireland.
I mean, not if
Yeah.
it's been kidnapped. You probably don't need that.
Yes, you do.
Maybe.
They don't know that's been kidnapped.
Yeah. You just gotta go through the proper channels to get everything together. That's funny though. So we had some visitors in town recently.
Did we?
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Who was it?
The Proud Boys.
Oh, we've got signs everywhere saying that the Proud Boys are in town.
Mm-hmm.
They're hanging out at a local pub. They meet there on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been people that have been protesting these Proud Boys meeting where they meet. And there's signs everywhere. Signs everywhere saying Proud Boys, and then it says, oh, this is a people that encourage hate, misogynistic, a bunch of, words that don't incite, good thoughts.
Yeah. And then the question that I posed to Kirk is, if they are just going to the bar to have a drink and they're not saying anything rude or just sitting there, even if they have like a jacket that say Proud Boys on it or it says whatever it says on it,
right.
If they're just sitting there having a drink, not doing anything at all, not bothering anybody, saying anything racist, promoting any agendas, they're just sitting there having a beer. Is that wrong for them to sit there? Are they not allowed to sit there if they're not doing anything, but they're wearing?
For them to hang out there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like... So I read an article about it, and they said that a guy that was working there, he got fired from the place because he was there and he told the owner that he refused to serve them. So he was fired. So basically the article reads as man fired because he would not serve Proud Boys. Not that, he wouldn't serve
a customer that's sitting there. You have no right to do that.
And I don't know. And then there's been a bunch of businesses around the town that say Proud Boys are not welcome here.
They're like discriminating against these people because of their beliefs. Right. It's one thing if they're coming and tearing shit up, and they're coming and they're doing specific things. They're talking about this agenda where you like, I don't promote that. I don't want that shit in my bar. Like, that's one, I can understand that. But if they're coming to a bar, they're sitting down and they're not bothering anybody, you can't discriminate against, like, that's a slippery slope.
If you push hate towards a hate group, what are you gaining?
Nothing. You're the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Only you've got a mask of, I'm doing what's right.
Yeah.
Because I'm hating the hateful people.
Exactly.
Right?
And the reason that this story is interesting right now is because on, the media outlets, I listen to a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of radio stuff and things like that. And they were talking about one of the questions on the Breakfast Club that they posed was, is it okay to not serve a guest if you don't agree with their political beliefs or their any of those things, whether they're racist or whatever? Are you right to not serve them? And so all these people were calling in and they had all their opinions. And at the end of the day, if your job, who was it? It was a FedEx worker saying that he don't serve certain people.
Right.
And yeah, you can't.
I'm not going to deliver to them.
I'm not going to deliver to them. And he was pretty much saying, I sit in my truck and I pass the delivery up. Or I might have, like, the person I'm working with go put a sign on their door and say they missed the delivery. Like, doing shit like that. And so he got fired for it.
Right.
And that was the question. Can you, is it okay to not serve a group of people because you don't agree with their beliefs or them as a person?
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
In the end, whenever you're in a country of people that don't have the same beliefs, right? A melting pot, like that goes for race as well as thoughts and,
But people tend to, especially with social media, things tend to sway towards a similar direction.
Yeah.
So you have 70% over here and then a smaller group that oppose it a lot of the times.
Yeah, but the thing with social media is it's magnified to what group you are a part of.
Yeah, I know. You say that all the time. You're like,
that's who you're with.
So no one else in the world cares about this. I'm like, Kirk is everywhere.
I know. You'll see an article and I'll be like, okay, I don't even know who they're talking about.
I'm like, Kirk is everywhere.
I know,
Everywhere I turn on,
that's
you
the
see
point.
It.
It's a minority thing, but into your eyes, everybody's talking about it. It's on all. You always say it's on all the platforms. Everybody's
The
talking
Breakfast Club broadcast to multiple. There's so many places.
I get it.
So,
but they're also putting information towards a group of people.
Yeah, that's true.
So
no, you're right. You're 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, if I saw it, everybody
if I saw it.
it.
Everybody else saw it. That's the thing. That's the danger you go into. Is the everything. It's so easy to get a word out, but at the same time, those words are magnified towards certain other people. Mm-hmm. You know. But yeah, that's weird. It's just like I don't like the way that the article ran because it had really no facts. The only thing that it said was a guy was fired, and he said, and it says in there, he said he was fired because of this.
It's clickbait.
Yeah, but it's from a local news source too. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not like a
but the local news source uses
Post
clickbait as well.
Yeah, they have to. So then they can tell you get one more free article. Mm-hmm. Also, going into the serving people, I read in the Wall Street Journal yesterday, I told you about it, that hotels and restaurants are fighting back against tantrums that their customers have been going through. You talk a lot about how these people are crazy right now. And
yeah, it's disgusting.
There's a hotel in Rhode Island that has a sign as people are getting checked in, hey, please don't harass our front desk workers. We're understaffed, because people will call and they're like, oh, you didn't get to my call in time. I had to call 3 times, Meanwhile, this guy that's supposed to be working the front desk is running up towels to people's rooms, because there's no houseman to do stuff.
He's doing as much as he can to, if you're going to stay in this hotel, please be accepting. It's a certain way to put different signs to where people gravitate towards them, and that's a whole nother conversation because it's people who actually work in that department who understand how to market. But if you said a certain way, you don't have to be rude, but if you said a certain way, it's like that needs to happen everywhere because people are being so nasty.
They're saying that the idea of the customer is always right is kind of leaving the conversation. It's kind of like, well,
when you're doing things like that, come on.
One business had us on their sign. It said, "Be nice or leave." Just be nice. And then one of my favorites was
I've seen the "Be nice or leave" ones.
And one of my favorites was they had a bunch of insults that people put on. People were called traitors and communists, and they had like a big board of all these insults that the people that worked in a restaurant had been called. Sheeple was the one that was highlighted, and then they said on the bottom, it says, "I know you are, but what am I?" And "you" was spelt as EWE, as in like you as in a sheep, and then it said, "Ha ha ha ha." Bye.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So at least they're like hitting it with kind of like some good humor,
Yeah, like something.
The service industry is tired of all this stuff.
Think about we have it bad, but because most of us are in a situation where we're about to get married. We're about to get married. We are married, or we have kids, and we have responsibilities. So I think. When you have a work environment like that, it's a lot different. People they deal with more stuff. They're not willing to pop off as quick and be like, fuck you. Like, we've had people like that, but for the most part, people are just like, these people are crazy. And they just kind of keep it moving. But yeah, it's definitely an everyday thing that you encounter with people just being rude.
Right.
Like the other day, I'm in the kitchen cooking food for the entire restaurant. What do you do? So, from you, what do you do when you go to a restaurant? You go sit down at your table, and then what do you do?
By myself?
No, with me or anybody. You sit down at a table, and then what do you do?
Look at the menu.
Okay, and then what happens?
Somebody says, "Would you like something to drink?"
Your server says that.
It was somebody. It could be the manager.
Okay, so eventually your server...
And sometimes it's the host. They get your drink order as they say.
I know, we didn't have that experience. Right. But eventually the server comes over.
Okay.
She takes your order, all that stuff.
Right.
If you need ketchup in the middle of service, we've been in that situation. We went to steakhouses. They didn't give me no A1.
Right.
Okay, then what do?
I go to the kitchen and ask for it.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I demand it.
Exactly. That's
I don't
what you
ask for it. I demand it.
That's what you don't do. People are literally doing that. Like,
Uh-huh.
I work in an open kitchen. I'm cooking. It's supposed to be an experience for the customers
Right,
where they
they
can
get to
see us.
see-
They get to see us working and cooking, which I mean, I know I look impressive. I make that shit look good. But that's it. You're supposed to watch, but not talk to us. Not you can say, "Hey, you're doing a good job." Blah blah. You're not supposed to come up and be like, "Got mayo." Like, if you don't get the fuck away from me, I'm gonna freak out. So this guy the other day, he comes up to me and he brings me his check, and he's like, "Hey, here's my check for my family." And I turn around and I just walk away.
You
Right
just
in the
walked
back.
away from him.
Absolutely. I didn't respond. I didn't look at him. I turned around like he wasn't speaking, and
You
I
didn't
walked
look
away.
at him?
Absolutely not.
Did you just? What did you look at?
Ah, it makes me so angry. Nothing. When he walked up and I saw him, and he's like, "This is my tab," and he wasn't even paying attention. He just like slammed it down, like, "Oh, this for us." It's like, and so I leave it there and I walk away. I didn't touch it. I didn't say nothing. I didn't look at him. Like, do not approach me like that.
Right.
You gotta. I don't deal with it very well, so
You don't
I'm
like
best being in hiding me in the back of the kitchen where no one can see me.
You want to be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the open kitchen.
No, you know what people do all day?
What?
Where's the bathroom?
They ask you?
All day.
Uh-huh.
Because
And-
if everybody else is busy, they just see the first person. They're like, "Where the bathroom?" I'm like, "Over there."
Yeah. And then you overcook the eggs
Yeah.
because you were explaining how to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And you didn't even give them the right directions.
The crazy part is we cook all our eggs under, because then they cook for a little bit after they get on the
get it.
plate. So
Yeah.
nothing, eggs don't get burnt,
Okay.
but people are annoying.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'm over it. I'm over the customer service.
Had enough.
Had-
So you're going to make a sign now. What would your sign say?
they wouldn't let me put it up.
No, but what would it say if you
Then
could?
they'll say, "Oh, she's the angry black girl." again.
Oh, yeah.
I get the angry black woman if I
Would
say
you put the
anything.
sign and then have it under quotes, the angry black girl? So that way
I
people
don't
knew
know,
it
but
was
I'm
you?
starting to get annoyed by the fact that that's the perception of me anytime I get upset about anything. So I'm expected, like, as a black woman in the kitchen. First off, I'm the only woman in the kitchen in the first place. As the only black girl in the kitchen, I am supposed to be nice and sweet and say, "Hey, how are you doing today? What would you like?" And just do this. Okay, I'll stay however long you want. Do all that. You got me fucked up.
Right.
I'm not that person.
You don't want to be that person.
I'm not going to. I'm not that person. You can't make me that person. No. In the kitchen, I'm an alpha male. I don't care how many men is in there.
Right.
Because I know my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. The industry is very weird right now. People are extremely rude.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think I need to make a sign.
Okay. We'll get some markers. And I got some Play-Doh.
Oh, you got some markers.
Yeah.
I'm going to use your markers, and I'm going to put up there, "Smile, you're on camera."
Smile, you're on camera. I don't think I've ever seen that sign before.
In the kitchen?
Ever.
I know. That's a good one, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I've been having a hard time sleeping lately.
Oh, you've been having a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
You've been the night owl for so long, and now you got to get up to work at 5. Today you went at 5 in the morning. Right?
I got up at 5 in the morning. I had to be there at 6.
Mhm.
So
So
typically,
you're not used to that.
yeah. Typically, if I have to get up at 5, if I have to be there at 6, I get up at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Press the alarm button probably 3 times.
Right. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. I'm a multiple alarm guy. Sometimes I set. I'm not as bad as I used to be when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
But now my alarm actually wakes me up. What used to happen whenever I was younger is I would get used to the alarm. And then it wouldn't work anymore.
You get into your head and then you think
then
it's
you
in your
it's
dream.
something else, yeah. But I've been good about my alarms, but I also rotate them. So then, like, this alarm's the first alarm, this one's the second alarm, So maybe that's what it's going. But I'm a multiple alarm guy. But you're also a multiple alarm guy. So our neighbors probably hear alarms going off in our apartment for an hour and a half, right?
Maybe.
Because you're
I
like,
don't
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then my alarm
snooze.
is aggressive. So if I don't answer it, it'll be like it'll start going crazy on me before eventually it just will not remind me anymore.
The funniest thing is we have this alarm clock, and you finally put it to use because you were
I got it for Kirk for a gift in his Christmas stocking.
You were using an alarm on your phone, but you never kept your phone by the bed. It would be in a different room. And so when you'd be like, you'd tell me, you'd say, my alarm doesn't wake me up. And I'd be like, because it's not in the right room.
Yeah. Well, and then if I got my headphones on, it'll play through the headphones, but the headphone fell off in the bed. So then it's a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got Kirk this alarm clock as a stocking stuffer. I feel like I do good Christmas stockings. I put all the good shit in there. But Kirk don't use all his stocking stuff. So I use the alarm clock.
Right.
Yeah. You like your phone better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very frustrating. But getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning is interrupting my sleep pattern. So I'll get up early in the morning like that. I'll go to work. Some days are hard. Some days are easier. And then once I get off, I'll come home, maybe wash clothes and like do all these things. And then make dinner, eat dinner. Once the TV turn on, and that's probably around 7, 6. I got to about 8 o'clock. I got about an hour and a half on the TV.
Well, it depends if you're eating.
Yeah.
Right. Because you also like to eat late. So, like, you like to eat around 7.
I like to eat around 10.
Right.
You like to eat around that time.
Now you eating slobbers? What are you eating at 10 now? Because you're asleep. What do you eat when you're asleep?
Not now, but I'm saying typically that's what I prefer,
you like to eat at 10 because you're getting off of work. But not no more. And so, yeah, you'll sit there and then you'll just be asleep. And you look super comfortable on the couch whenever you sleep. You look so comfortable. I couldn't imagine you being more comfortable sleeping anywhere else.
No,
it's true.
When we get nice beds and like nice hotels, that's really comfortable too. But sometimes it's too comfortable.
Right.
Like I don't know how to behave.
Right.
So yeah. So I'm going to sleep around 8. And what happened is last night I went to sleep around that time, and then I woke up at 11:21 p.m. And then I said goodnight to Kirk. I think I woke you up a little bit.
You did.
So I said goodnight to Kirk, and then I lay down, and I was up to 2:45 in the morning watching TV on my phone because I had already slept for almost 4 hours, and I couldn't go back to sleep.
Right.
So then I went back to sleep around 2:45, 2:50. I was trying to close my eyes, and then I had to get up at 5.
Right.
So, yeah, today's a bad sleep day for me.
They say whenever you can't get to sleep, it's best to move on to something else until you start to feel tired of that again, and then go to bed. You know,
like what?
Like some people they'll sit in bed and they'll be like, oh, I can't sleep, and they'll keep thinking about it. They're like, oh, I only have this many more hours until I sleep. They say the best thing to do is to do something and then go back to sleep. It kind of resets your brain to like, oh, I did something, all done. Now I can go back to sleep.
Like crossword puzzles?
Yeah, a crossword puzzle or something, yeah.
We got some of those.
We do.
Yeah, we got a book here. Maybe I'll do some of those when I get tired. It's so much content on the internet, Kirk. I
know. You like to watch those videos.
Yes, so I get so like
you can't help
roped
it.
in.
Yeah. I get if I wake up on the weekend, either I'm straight to some gaming in the morning, or I'm watching videos on my phone. Like that's my morning activity.
Yeah.
Like on my off day, am I playing video games or I'm watching videos? I can watch videos in my bed.
Yeah.
But if I
But you gotta play the video games.
You gotta play the video games on the TV. Yeah.
Kirk,
so.
we could just get a TV in our bedroom.
No, we don't have room for it.
We could do it.
No way.
Put it on the wall. You gotta mount it.
Have to mount it.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm used to having a TV in my bedroom at night. It's very
I would definitely not like a TV in a room at night. Oh, I would go crazy.
Why?
Because you would have it on.
Yeah.
And then
that's the point of it.
And then I would turn. I can just see it right now. I'd be in bed, and you'd come up just like you did last night.
And I'm gonna be laughing like
11:30, and then you're gonna turn it on, and it's gonna be some YouTube because it's gonna be a smart TV, and then it'll be some Travis Smile. What's his name? Ricky Smiley. It'll be some Ricky Smiley show, and you're gonna be giggling. It will be shaking the bed, and I'm gonna see what it is. I'm gonna know that you've saw it a million times already. And I'm gonna be like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's too late. I need my sleep.
That's because you're not used to having a TV in your room.
Right. Yeah, I never had one.
Well, on the island you had a TV, but
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
different.
watch it while you
That's
sleep.
That's where you live. You only have a room.
I know, but you would
And
maybe
I always
fall
had
a-
it. I always had it away from where I slept.
Right.
Like it was
yeah.
facing the. Even when I had a studio apartment, there was a little place where my bed was, and then the entertainment area over here.
Mm-hmm.
I always had it like where you couldn't look at the television as you're laying down.
What do you think about the bathroom TVs?
Uh,
I like that. I
you
want
ever
that.
see the Matthew McConaughey movie, Ed TV? He's in a reality show, and it follows him in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a little mirror on his hamper in his bathroom, so he can look at the TV through the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, I want an actual TV in the bathroom.
It's ridiculous.
People do it. Though.
I know, but then you're gonna be there even longer than what you already are.
I know. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is that it?
Unless you got something else to say.
No, I think that's it for now. Thank you guys for listening again to another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. Please send any questions or suggestions to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you want to look at the content, go check it out on YouTube, Spotify, all the streaming platforms, all that stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.